Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Shirley, also known as Backttalk, and I do anything Disney. And we are in our last Disney of the world. How does it feel?
Good.
It's crazy. And it's the biggest castle, so I just feel like you end with a bang. Alright, it is 7:03. We had breakfast and we thought we were fast, but people didn't have breakfast and they were faster. They also serve breakfast as you're waiting in line, which is quite genius, honestly. But we're all the way here to bus, and the entrance for the bus is not until like over there by RC Racers. Hi, it's Shirley from the future. I thought I would make part 1 of the Shanghai Disney vlog into a voiceover / vlog, just so I can give you tips in case you are planning for your Shanghai Disney trip. So like I said earlier, we had breakfast at the hotel. Breakfast was amazing. My video is out if you want to see everything they had to offer for breakfast. And then we got in line to get to the buses around 7:03. The buses are complimentary if you're staying at their hotel. And then we waited about 10 to 15 minutes, got on the bus. The bus ride is anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, nothing crazy, and it drops you off in a select location in Disney downtown. So it's not the same location as people who got here with public transportation or in their own car. It's like a selective drop-off area for hotel guests. So all the people you are seeing here are people from the hotel. So you get in line to get into like the special entry for hotel guests, and you go quickly to the lines to actually get into the park, which is what you're seeing here. And we didn't actually need our passports or IDs like I thought we did based on what I read. We just needed our tickets, and we were let in around 7:30, and it was off to the races. It was not as madness as Hong Kong Disney or Tokyo Disney, but it was still a lot of quickly walking so we could get to our destination. Our destination was Zootopia, and that was a destination for most of the people who were rope dropping. And to get to Zootopia, we had to do quite a bit of a walk. So after scanning our tickets and getting into the park, you walk through the train station area, or what felt like the train station for most other parks, and then you walk through Main Street. Main Street is really short, and that's because they have a larger hub between Main Street and the castle, because this park is huge, just like their castle. So we were going towards the right. Zootopia is towards the right of the castle, so you want to go up through Main Street and then start taking a right whenever you can. We could have taken a right earlier than this, but I really wanted to see the castle because it was the last castle of the world and it was worth it. And then of course we took a right. I will say the floor is very slushy, so we weren't particularly running like we would in other parks, but that's because I just felt like I was gonna fall if I decided to try to quickly walk like other people were doing. But as you can tell, it is not as hectic as, for example, the footage I had from Hong Kong Disney or from Tokyo Disney, even from DCA here in California. But once we were walking, it is about a 10-minute walk. Depending on how fast you're going, it could be less or more, but it was about a 10-minute walk for us, and we finally get to the Zootopia queue, which is huge. As you can tell, it is just loops and loops and loops. Even though it's rope drop and they could have just made it a single straight line for us, they just left it the way they have it through the day. So that added more time to us getting in line, and we finally got to the line closer to around 7:46, about 15 minutes after we got into the park.
从前可不是这样的。很早以前，那时候我们还没有下鸡啊。那时候，世界分成了2大阵营，凶猛的吃肉动物。
If you know what Benjamin Clouser was saying there, I would love to know. Please leave it in the comments. But in the queue is actually really cute. They did a really good job of making it very immersive, so you can look for little Easter eggs about the movie, and they made the different sizes for all the different animals that could have been incarcerated, which is such an attention to detail. Just look at the little towels and the little outfits. There was tiny little beds and huge beds. There was tiny little foam boots and huge ones. The attention to detail here in Zootopia is amazing. Just worth going to this queue and looking at it and not even cutting the line. I will say later in the day we did come back and we had a fast pass, well, their version of a fast pass, so you don't get to see any of this if you have their version of a fast pass. So it is worth going to a standby line just so you can see the details that you would otherwise miss if you decided to cut the line. Now the reason we had their version of a fast pass is because by the time we got to the front, which was around 8:04, the ride stopped working. So after all of that walk, all of that hustle, the ride stopped working. They were really nice, and anybody who made it to the queue before they closed it, they gave us a fast pass so we can come later in the day when the ride was working again. So very similar to here in the States, where they scan your app, where they scan your tickets, and it is added to your account. For us, they scanned our app because our tickets were linked to our account, and we were able to just pull it up later in the day, scan it in, and it actually worked out perfectly because we were able to get into Zootopia later in the day without waiting too long. Zootopia has so many details, and you want to see it in the day and at night because there's two different cities. I don't know how else to describe it. It is such a vibe here in Zootopia. They have, again, the attention to detail, the smoke to make it look like eyes. I even felt a little bit cold while standing here, and it is great to do it during rope drop because it is less busy. As the day got on, of course it got busier, and you actually had to wait in line to even get into this part of the park later in the day. So definitely a rope drop must to come to Zootopia, do the ride, and then take as many pictures, videos, whatever you want, or just look at it in amazement of all of the different sizes for every single thing, and every little detail is just beyond amazing. Baby donuts! The big one looks cool, but I wanted something manageable. So we got little ones. Alright, let's try this little donut. It's like the Hong Kong one. It's like a little donut-y. Not bad. As you can tell, the donut was just okay, so if you're gonna get it, at least get the really big one so that at least you could get a really cool picture. After we ate our tiny baby donut, we headed over to the store that is in Zootopia that only sells Zootopia merch. I will say that some of this merch you can find here in the States. For example, this pin. I ended up buying this pin and then found out that we sold it, or you could buy it here in the States. So always make sure that it is a Zootopia exclusive pin, or a Tokyo Disney exclusive, or Shanghai Disney, or you get the gist. I always try to find things that are exclusive to the park, especially since I'm bringing them home from all the way over there. I will say that Shanghai had some of the cutest accessories. Just like Tokyo Disney, their accessory game is super strong with their hats, their headgear, their jewelry is just top-notch, another level. And also, don't do what I do and regret not buying things. I passed on a lot of things, and then when I started editing this video, I was like, why did I not buy this? Why did I not buy that? If you're asking about prices in Shanghai are less than prices here in the States. I would say that Shanghai and Tokyo Disney have very similar prices versus Hong Kong. I actually felt like Hong Kong was just as expensive as the States, if not a little bit more expensive when it comes to some of the food. I will also say to look up because the attention to detail in Zootopia is insane. Not only is it insane at the ride, but also through Zootopia Land. You can see that there's different size benches, there's different size parking lots. There is, of course, so much happening, so much noise. The music is blasting. You'll see this tiger dancing at the club. I really wanted to join it, especially at night. This at night was beautiful. And then the bathrooms were a little secluded, but also had a lot of noise happening. This part actually reminded me of Tokyo, as if you were going to eat at like a very small section. But look, even if you look up, you'll see a little tiny hut at the top because it is for smaller creatures. I just love the inclusivity of this park because there is so much about size and big and small and for everyone, and it was just awesome. And I could have spent the whole day just looking at the details. And look, Club 33! I was also not allowed into this Club 33. Naturally, I had to leave immediately when I got rejected. But no, actually, it was close to park time opening, so we wanted to leave Zootopia because we knew everybody who was just coming in during regular park hours was gonna rush to Zootopia, and we wanted to check out the rest of the park while it was still empty, including the castle, and take some pictures with the castle before it got too crowded. They also have beautiful art underneath the castle. In this castle, you can't go straight, you can go through it, but you just can't go straight through the castle. But they have beautiful art, and I actually felt like a lot of the castle was for most of the princesses. I didn't feel like it was just for Snow White. So it was really nice to see all of the detail of different princesses and their movies. We wanted to check out the actual experience in the castle without any people there, so of course we checked out the Once Upon a Time adventure, and it blew my mind. It was beautiful. I'll just let you see the footage. Morning. Bye. Ah!
很久以前，有一位白雪公主。现在，她的故事叫
欢迎来城堡。欢迎来到城堡，漫游童话时光。展现在大家面前的是奇幻童话城堡中最珍贵典藏品，也就白雪公主童话故事的魔镜。
想知道个秘密吗？答应我，不告诉别人哦。这是一个神奇许愿镜，我希望你来啊，向他们挥挥手，笑两下试试。
嗨。Cool.
Maybe find it over there.
多管闲事，想知道锅里煮的是什么？把手伸进烟雾里试试吧。就动手了。不过首先我得乔装打扮一番，隐藏我王后的美貌。接下来是为白雪公主准备的。
Oh, okay. Oh, la la. Da, 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 da.
好了，快走吧。哦，天哪，这么多脏碗盘！这样吧，趁他们不在，我们来把小木屋打扫干净。我的小帮手们到哪儿去了？你也可以帮忙哦。用手指一个小动物，小动物。吹着口哨工作，来打扫这地方。和灰尘清扫一起工作，让歌声带着我。
亲爱的，
Sorry.
吃个苹果吧。
Do it. Yes. She did take it. That was shocking. I like that we were by ourselves because then I was able to like really enjoy it and film it for y'all, so I was able to do both. And now I understand why the castle is huge. There's so many set pieces. It's like the one in Paris, but 2.0. You like the one in Paris more?
That's a dragon.
I meant the inside has a dragon. Yes, the one in Paris does have a dragon. This was awesome. Highly recommend coming into the castle. Do you have to door or buster it? No. But it was nice having it to ourselves. So take that as you will. It's huge, y'all. Like, it is so big. You can't go through it. You can go in it, but not through it, which is different. It's massive. Every angle you get is beautiful. apologize for past release excitement. I was just so happy to be there and was so giddy, and it was still pretty early in the morning. I hope you enjoyed part 1 of our Shanghai Disney vlog series. The rest of the vlog will be normal vlogging where I let past me take over, so this will be the only voiceover. I just thought it would be better to do a voiceover for the beginning rope drop piece of Shanghai Disney so I can provide some tips if you are planning your vacation. Don't forget to like if you like it, or dislike it if you disliked it, but just tell me in the comments what I could improve on, or leave me in the comments some questions that you may have about Shanghai Disney or any of the Disneys in the world. I hope you have a magical day, and until next time, adios.